The Penguin Episode 3 has been released, and man, HBO has not missed with a single one of these episodes so far. Sofia Falcone finally reveals the mystery drug she and her brother were going to use to revolutionize the drug business in Gotham. Aptly named Bliss by the Penguin, this drug is the real deal. It is the most potent psychoactive drug Gotham will ever see. It's also the drug they used on Sofia and other inmates in Arkham Asylum as a way to keep them sedated and submissive. We see a lot of teamwork going on between Penguin and Sofia as they navigate the triad drug gangs as a means to distribute the drug. We also get some very insightful backstory to Victor, and we see him start to question his role in this whole operation. Episode 3 came out swinging and had us on the edge of our seat for the whole ride. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you still doing here? Go watch it. Welcome back to our Penguin rewatch. Just to let you guys know right now, there will be spoilers ahead for the Penguin Episode 3. You have been warned. But without further ado, my name is Steven.
My name is Hopper.
And let's get right into the video. We get introduced to this new drug, Hopper, the Bliss, as it was named.
Yeah, I like how they find creative, gross ways to make drugs look in the show. The eye drops, and now they're like licking it off their hand like it's a margarita salt or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like a crystal thing too, so there's like different ways you could probably do it. You probably snort it or whatever you want to do with it.
I imagine like a pipe might be used.
Yeah.
It could be a pipe forward drug.
I'd been looking up online, just keeping up with all of this, and a lot of people thought they were going to be introducing Venom, the drug used for Bane.
I'm glad they didn't.
No, I like that we've got something new. This is in the comics, but it's not like a very well-known one.
Okay.
I didn't look into it. I just kind of looked to see if it was in the comics, which it was, but not like a lot. I like that. I also like. We see a lot with Sofia in this one that she doesn't want Penguin to help her at all. She's like, "You're basically my old driver, kind of thing. Let me handle all of this." She didn't have a name for it, and that's how we see again. Penguin, he has an answer for everything. They're like, "Oh, what are you selling?" It's called Bliss, instantly, without missing a beat. You know what I mean? And Sofia kind of looks at him like, okay, that was acceptable.
We also do get like that deeper kind of understanding between their characters, because he's the one that kind of like put her away, or he helped put her away because she was in the spot that he wanted, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. He always has an angle.
Yeah.
It's always to put himself higher than what he is at the point. So, and it did. He ended up getting higher. That's, I think, how he got the ice box, or what is it called?
The Iceberg Lounge.
The Iceberg Lounge. That's how he got it to begin, was selling out Sofia.
And she even says, she's like, "You're not even a made man. Like, you're not even part of the family. But like, you're over here, like, trying to skeeve your way into." Yeah,
she's basically saying that you've done all this and you're still here.
Yeah.
Like Vidi still calls you the laughing stock.
That was a great scene where they catch it was Vidi and
Vidi and Luca Falcone's wife.
Yes, and he's like putting the phone down his mouth, and he's like, "How dare you do?" It was a total Tony Soprano move. Just lost his cool and went immediately in there, put that phone in his mouth.
I was scared he was gonna go like he did with Alberto.
Yeah,
and
I thought the same thing.
And I was like, please don't do this. Please don't shoot him.
Yeah.
I like though too, because we see a little bit of a struggle between Vidi and Sofia. He straight up says, "I don't like you. I don't trust you. I think you're just a spoiled brat.
Yeah.
You need to go to Italy, like Luca says, and if you're not there in 2 days, that's where I'm gonna say tell everyone that's where you went."
That line was so cold, because it was just kind of came out of nowhere. It's like, if you don't go, that's where I'll tell. That's where I say. That's where I'll say.
He walked up looking like such a nerd in his outfit. He had like pink highlights and like a 3-piece kind of suit thing. I was like, bro, you're not pulling this look off like you think you are.
I like that like crime family dynamic that everyone's sort of like just selling each other out, or like they've got the boss that they respect or whatever, and then it's like, okay, what do I have? What do I get?
Yeah,
what am I gonna get?
What's my little carved out piece of the pie?
Yeah, exactly.
And I like that. So we get some. The episode starts off with some backstory to Victor. We see him the night that the Riddler kind of blows everything up. Loses his family. He had a sister, mom, and dad. It's a good thing he was out on the roof. They were going to look at fireworks with him and his girlfriend and stuff. Yeah, so Victor and the girlfriend were assuming Marciela, was that her name?
I don't know. I kept like trying to pronounce it.
Yeah.
And I just kept
it was a very interesting name. I'm not going to try and pronounce it again, but they were up there trying to look at fireworks and stuff. And I don't know if you caught this, that the white guy that was up there with him, they didn't like him. That was the guy that Sofia killed at the very beginning.
I kind of assumed that it was like, wait, the Sofia killed him?
Yeah, when they had Penguin all tied up, and they're like, "Oh, so this kid's lying," and he's like, "Yeah, I've never seen him before," and so she shoots him in the head.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I did like the idea. Like, they don't explicitly say like the whole city got, or the whole, their part of the city got destroyed, so they resulted to stealing rims from cars or whatever. So they didn't need to explicitly say that. We understood what happened, and kind of like the state his girlfriend was in, living in a FEMA tent. Her school got destroyed. Yeah. Stuff like that just reinforces this whole kind of setting, and Victor's kind of our point of view into that, like that area of effects. Like after the movie came out, And now we have sort of the people kind of trying, like, this is why crime is so high.
Yeah.
Crime rate is so high.
And it's also another reason, too, and this is such a good commentary on the real world, because Sofia's selling Bliss to the Triad. She's she's propping it up. And she's like, people want to forget. You see all this stuff that's happened. They don't want to be a part of this. So they take the Bliss. They're kind of, they're in like this hyperactive, like psychoactive state. So they're all like dulled senses, just kind of all over the place. They don't have to be in the real world. And I think, I'm not going to ever defend, usage of drugs, but for the most part, people who take drugs, they do it to escape the misery of life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a great real world application there, So I really thought that was interesting because, especially here, I mean, Gotham has been destroyed by the Riddler, So why wouldn't you want this drug? And the night that they're introducing it, they went from $20 to $40 to $60 in the same night. That's how much.
It's never been heard of. It's unheard of to have it that much.
Yeah. Oh, Penguin's suit too. He's in that white suit, dude. I love Penguin so much.
I got some heavy Kingpin vibes from this one. And just because he was like, Victor was maybe going to leave, and he was all like, he put his gun up and he's like, you could have left any time. Like, we were friends. Like, it wasn't like, he wasn't
you can tell,
hostage.
like, so to get into that a little bit, we can talk about it. So after Victor talks to the girlfriend, I don't know if they're still girlfriend and boyfriend or they're together.
Yeah.
It's a situationship.
Sure. They're making out a little bit. He was going to go with her to California.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. So she was like, I'm going to leave. You come with me. And he was like, I don't think he'll let me leave. And we're of the same mind. We think Penguin's like, no, if you leave me, I'll kill you kind of thing.
Probably because of the times he's threatened to kill him.
Exactly. But from Penguin's point of view, he's literally like, oh, I've taken him under.
Yeah.
He's like my friend and my employee. Like, and you can tell when he finds out that Victor was going to try and leave, he's hurt. He's like, get out of here. And he's like, I can't. He goes, you think I was kidnapping you? All these times I've taken you out, I've done all these things. Do you think the whole time you're just thinking about this gun to your head the whole time? And I really felt bad for Penguin.
And we get that because we've seen this, and I think we get that idea from Victor himself.
Yeah.
He even says, he's talking to his girlfriend or whatever. He says, yeah, he likes having me around. I think he's lonely, and I think he just kind of wants someone to talk to.
Yeah.
So it is kind of heartbreaking that now the only person that Vic really trusts, honestly, besides like his mom who has dementia.
Yeah.
He can't. He's like, oh, he was trying to leave this whole time.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Penguin's like, I'm alone again, kind of thing.
It's got Eve.
Yeah. Yeah, we like Eve. I kind of like Eve a lot.
I like that we get more explanation of kind of what Eve's role is in his business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, she has the girls that will go sell the drugs.
Yeah.
And I guess that, those girls, when they sell the drugs, more likely that the clients will sleep with them and then they'll make money for her.
Yeah, they were making a bunch of money at that club.
Bunch of money.
It's crazy how fast drugs sell.
I love how the PTSD kicked in at the club, too, because it was so, like, what was this show? They're like, oh, there's a show starting. And it was, like, explosions or whatever. So, yeah, we get that fireworks show, and that kind of brings on his PTSD from the night that all those explosions happened and the water flooded and killed his parents and everything. I was like, I thought it was very well done. It was very well handled. There's kind of like a fire motif because you can notice, like, whenever Sophia comes over first to talk to Oz about the drugs and go show him the drugs, she was like, trying to light her cigarette, but it wouldn't go. And so he had the lighter and he's like just trying to, and it doesn't really go. And then she takes it like immediately.
You got the like fireplace too. Like she turns on the fireplace right there. And I like, so we get a little bit of insight to his dad, and this is where the bonding comes out. Penguin took him to this high stake dinner place.
Well, really, they were there to just spy on the wife.
But you see Penguin kind of, because he has a stutter, right? Yeah. So he was stuttering, and the guy tried to finish it for him, and Penguin's like, "Hey, leave him alone, let him talk." You know what I mean? Yeah. And so you can tell Penguin cares about Victor. You know what I mean?
I think he's sort of deformed and gross, and I think he kind of cares about people with disabilities or deformations.
And I think for him too, even the get into the grave kind of thing, for him that's tough love. I don't think he ever actually intended to kill Victor.
No, I think that's all he knows because he probably had that happen to him.
Yes.
Being in the Falcone family for so long. Mm-hmm. Plus, he was the driver for Sophia and all these other gangsters, I'm sure. So he's got all these experiences of them. People probably throw him in the grave. And
so he just sees Victor as him. Younger though. You know what I mean? And so it was nice seeing that relationship, and then it really hurts you when you see Penguin just like, you don't actually care about me. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, come on. You had to know a little bit. You did tell him at the very beginning if he did anything, you were going to shoot him.
Get him like a fish.
Yeah, you literally set that up. You know what I mean? It's kind of on you.
This whole relationship is built on me not killing you for one night,
probably it's evolved for you, but you haven't communicated that to Victor.
He's also a psycho, so he might have a different, idea of loyalty or friendship or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was interesting. We got the triads, which we'd seen Falcone had kind of delegated them to only Chinatown.
Kind of cut them off from the rest of the city.
You don't get anything else. You get Chinatown only, and they hated him for it. Sophia's like, well, I hated my dad too. He sent me off to Arkham. Let's go into business together. Let's do something. So that was cool.
I like that the Penguin like had a little in. Like he brought this wine. He was
alcohol. Yeah.
He was just like, oh yeah, I got this in. He's like, you think it would come empty-handed? No.
Yeah. He's also like, he
clearly like cut that guy out of a deal. You know?
Yeah, dude. But I love it too. He's like, if I really thought I screwed you over, I wouldn't have come here. You would have shot me. You know what I mean? I'm smarter than that.
They were about to though. They had guns pointed at his head.
I know, dude.
He goes, it's hard to think with all these guns in my face.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, Sofia too. I'm falling in love with her more and more every episode. You know.
I maybe it's me and my like affinity for like just bad women.
Yeah.
I'm kind of think for sure.
Dude, I'm telling you, and like I don't like smoking. I think it's awful, trashy, just gross, whatever. Every time she lights a cigarette, I'm like, ooh, oh, you like that cigarette, girl? What you doing over there?
Honestly, she's my favorite character at this point.
Yes,
like
dude,
if
she's
Oz,
so good.
And like Oz is manipulating her in a way, but she still understands. Like I don't need to trust him.
Which we see that at the very end of the episode. So we see Victor leaves. He takes Oz's car. He's going to go to the bus, and then he realizes Oz is right, dude. I'm in it, and I kind of like it. I like the status. I like all this extra stuff coming my way.
I love like all that stuff with. He said like because we see him and his dad like in the flashback. He says, "Oh, they're chipping you on parts. Like, don't you want more money?" And the dad's like from this kind of, I guess, different country, and he's just like glad to be where he's at with his family, and he's like, "Yeah, more than enough. We're fine."
Yeah.
And then Victor, I guess he's kind of had this like sort of motivation, or he's got like more of a initiative than I guess Penguin maybe thought he did at first.
Yeah.
And so then he's like, "Well, I kind of want to live for more too." And then the Penguin basically says like, "There's no good, there's no bad. It's a scam. Everything's a scam. Everything's a rat race. You know, you need to just make yours however you can." And that'll make your life a lot better. Like you're just gonna either be, in the street living like you are now, or you're gonna scam some people and make a bunch of money. What do you want to do?
And he made Victor mad too because he said, "You know what? You know what's a disgrace? You know what's wrong? Your dad living the way he was. He could have made more, and he didn't. And that's the problem." And Victor got pissed, but he's kind of got a point, you know?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, this is the American dream." He comes over. He's a mechanic. His wife was a nurse or whatever.
Yeah, they should be living large.
Yeah,
but they're not. They're in the bums of Gotham, you know what I mean? The slums, and they died for it. So he's like, you got to take yours, like you said, and you don't insult a man's dead dad, but he kind of had a point for that argument,
the Penguin, for as psychotic and as crazy as he is, he does have good points. Like I'm identifying with him in the fact that like, I understand like it sucks working and like it doesn't get you anywhere unless you're like taking what you want, Yes.
Oh, it's so good. But so because of that, he leaves angry, so he takes Penguin's car, but when he gets there, he sees the girl, and she doesn't see him or anything. She's getting on the bus, and he's like, I can't. I don't want that. I want this life. So on his way back, the Maronis get Penguin and Sofia while they're having the heart-to-heart where he's like talking about how I sold you out and kind of thing. I don't know why they came. That wasn't really explained. I guess we'll get that explanation in the next episode.
I think, maybe it was that they used the blackmail that they told they were going to give to the Maronis or whatever.
So, like, the Maronis don't have it really anymore because he's being blackmailed by someone else.
But even then, like, the Penguin is double-crossing every single person.
Yeah.
Except for Vic. Like, Vic's the only person who knows, like, what's going on.
Yeah. So, I hope we get some more explanation why they just showed up like that because that's not like them.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Victor sees this, wrecks the car into somebody. Penguin gets in. He's like, "Yeah, man, I knew you were gonna come. That's my boy, kind of thing." He's like, "Get out of here, let's go." And he's like, "What about Sophia?" He's like, "Fuck Sophia, we're gone.
Leave her."
Yeah. So, and he just had a heart-to-heart and told Sophia, "You want me to? You want to trust me? How about I keep showing you why you should trust me?"
Dude.
Instantly leaves, dude. Instantly. And I bet you in the next episode he somehow talks his way out of whatever situation comes from that.
But okay, we're on episode 4 right now?
Episode 4 will be coming out next, yeah.
So we could be like, I think at the end of this he goes, "Oh, we're in the thick of it now, kid."
Yeah.
It's like, okay, they maybe like both the families are against just the Penguin now. You know what I mean? They both are like, they both have a reason to go after him and to hate him and stuff. And maybe like the triads are his only friend. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But the triads are aligned with Sophia because they want that drug money.
That's true.
So I don't think they'd be. Again, it's just Penguin and Victor now. And Eve, if Eve wants to stay with them.
Dude, and every episode like leaves you in such a place where it's like, oh, where's the next episode? Like
I was like, come on, what are you showing me?
I was doing like Woody from Toy Story 2, where
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh,
come
yeah.
on, where's the next episode?
Yeah, I got you. I like that.
I love it so much. I wish, I don't know, like I love this show, and maybe part of me wants to just be a movie, but
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying watching it week to week.
No, I'm enjoying the fact that it's longer than a movie.
Yep.
You know, this would be 2 movies so far. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
love that's why I love television. We can get more from TV shows than we can movies. Love movies, but tell these stories. You know, they deserve to be told. You know.
Are we gonna like the character? Maybe not like identify with more or whatever. But are we gonna like the character of Oz better than the Batman by the time the Batman 2 comes out?
Probably because Colin Farrell just crushes this
He's
role.
just so good.
The
He's
casting
funny.
in this and the casting and the acting in this show is phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
You feel every emotion that they feel. You know.
I love that like all the casting feels appropriate too.
Yes.
Like this feels like the same world as like Rob Pattinson. and-
Yeah.
Was it Rob Pattinson? Is that what people call him?
That was Pattinson. I thought it was just Pattinson.
Oh, maybe so. And Zoe Kravitz Catwoman. Like it all feels
Yeah.
like it kind of connects in the same way, sort of thing.
Someone put it on Twitter. They're like, "Man, what was in the Falcone genes for him to give birth to these 2 hotties?" And it showed like Zoe Kravitz and Sofia Falcone. And I was
Yeah.
just like, "You're not wrong, dog. You're not wrong,
Shooting out bangers over
dude.
there.
I'm telling you, he's not missing. You know."
Except for Alberto or
Oh yeah, what a loser.
was it Alberto?
Yeah,
What a turd.
yeah. Ugh. Yeah, so we do see like the mushrooms. The drug is off of this mushroom. The mushroom is a real mushroom.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'll put a picture up. And the name of it, I can't remember. But when I was doing some research into it, it's based off. It doesn't do the same thing. It's actually a
gotcha.
blood thinner.
Oh.
And it's crazy because it does have that liquid on top, and that's what they use for the blood thinner.
Yeah.
And it looks like blood. It's used in like heparin or something like that.
All kinds of funny junk in this world, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. I do like too. Sophia is really coming into her own when it comes to like being like a crime boss, the
Yeah.
head of the family kind of
Yeah.
thing. She's weaving in and out of these circles and not being intimidated by the other guys around. You know, because it's essentially a man's world that she's a woman coming into.
Yeah.
It should be a lot of pressure, but she is just navigating it so easily. And how easily her and I wish that Penguin wouldn't double cross her because they make a phenomenal duo, dude.
Yeah, but he already killed her brother, so as soon as she figures that out, it's like game over.
Yeah,
for him.
but like I'm telling you, their chemistry together as like crime lords is so good, dude.
I think
so
they're
good.
both sort of just using each other at the same.
Oh, 100%.
to
Like
an
Sophia
ends.
would backstab him in a heartbeat if she could.
Yeah.
She's ready for it just as much as he's ready for it. It's a dog eat dog world.
She does not trust him. Like you see that he brings a gun, so she's like, "Well, I brought a gun because I thought you were bringing a gun. I
Yeah,
don't trust you."
I love that, dude. And then she's also like in the power plays, like
Yeah.
Victor was gonna drive them, and she goes, "No, you can drive me," like old
Yeah, yeah,
times.
yeah.
I'm like,
Also, too,
"Ew."
she's like they're in the club waiting for the triad guy, and she
Yeah.
goes, "He's not here to talk to you, Oz.
Yeah.
he's here to talk to the daughter of the
Oh,
Falcone
and
family."
this is the thing too, like show don't tell, right?
Yeah.
I hate when you get these strong female leads that are like, she's strong because we say so. This you're seeing why
Yeah.
she's just a freaking badass, dude.
and like she's a villain. Like she's
Yes.
a good villain too, because she's
And you
very
love her,
manipulative.
though.
Yeah, and she's
I would
like,
have her babies. I said it. I don't go back on it.
I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, it was a girl that said something like, "If you kiss me on the forehead and hold my hand, I'm putting a baby in your belly."
Let's go.
That's what I want. We're going to the jeweler's right now. You're buying me a ring. that's what
Oh
I
man,
got.
yeah, I'm telling you though. Sophia says something, I'm just like, yes, ma'am.
Left, right, left, right. Left, right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever she tells me to.
Yeah, great show. I really enjoy. Oh, man, is it 8, 10 episodes?
I think it's 8 episodes, so we're
So
nearing the
halfway,
halfway
yeah.
mark. But that's great. 3 episodes in, and we're already this deep. Where else can we go?
I don't
The
know.
sky's the limit.
Let's reopen that conversation of weekly versus batch releases.
Yeah.
Are we still wishing for batch releases, or do we? Because I feel like this show's not been. I haven't seen a ton about this show on, but it's a phenomenal show, and I'm getting more out of it every week. I think because I get to come
Yeah.
back to these characters and get to come back to the story.
I like it either way. The only reason I'm liking this week to week right now is because the episodes are over an hour long.
That's true.
They're like an hour and 10, hour and 15. I
mini
love that.
movie.
They're meaty. They have a lot of depth to them. I'm okay. I can wait a week. I
Yeah.
can be held over. But at the same time, if I could sit down one day on a Saturday and binge watch this on Netflix, I would also just love that too. Because
Yeah.
it would be like a long movie at that point. You know what I mean?
I do think this gives more longevity. I think it'll give more. Like if people like this, then they can discover it at any point in the 8 episodes. Binge watch it up till this. Say you find it on the 6th episode.
Yeah.
There's only 6 episodes out. You could binge watch it. Every episode up
Yeah.
until the 6th thing. That's what me and Caleb did with Loki. Like we
Yeah.
just waited a couple weeks, and it was like this episode 7 or 8 came out, and we're like, okay, now we get to watch the last finale with
so
everybody.
good too, dude. I'm a big Loki fan.
Yeah.
Big Loki fan.
We're kind of in a good spot for like comic book shows, like even
Yeah.
more so than movies right now, because the movies have been like hit
well,
or miss.
how's Agatha doing? I think
people like
it fell,
Agatha.
well, I think it fell off. Apparently, they were saying that the viewership has dropped even below Acolyte levels.
Well, when the Penguin's going up against it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about Agatha.
Yeah.
I just
you guys
heard
let us
some
know
word
in
of
the
mouth.
comments. We haven't watched it, so let us know. If you're watching Agatha, do you like it, or is it kind of?
It's almost like Coughing Baby versus Atom Bomb or whatever that
Yeah.
name is, because
Yeah.
Penguin is so incredible.
It's so good.
Granted, like two legends can coexist.
Yes.
But I just haven't seen Agatha. I haven't like heard anything much about it. So.
But I mean, we've got Creature Commandos coming too.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Animated. I'm loving me some animated shows.
The Joker just came out. That kind of bombed
That
though.
bombed bad.
DC's taking a
I'm
hit on
so
that.
glad. We were gonna watch that, guys, and review it. We heard the early reviews though, and I was just like, we'll hold off.
As soon as I saw Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn in that movie, I'm like,
Yeah, and that's my thing. Let's go on a little Joker tangent. I think a little bit. It's apt for the for the video. But we talked about it. I loved Joker 1. It was good. I think it did everything it needed to. It was a little long in some places.
I'm not gonna say I loved it.
No.
I would say 6 out of 10. Like I liked it. I liked what it was, but it was so long and it was obvious. I was just like, what are we like? It felt like something had already been done.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's a movie that was good enough. I don't think it needed a sequel.
Definitely didn't.
So when it said it was getting a sequel, everyone's excited. I was more of like, why?
Yeah.
What are we gonna watch?
It left it open-ended enough to be like, this is fine.
This is fine, you know. So I was already on the fence of like, I will watch it because that's what we do on this channel is superhero comic book stuff.
It's not really a superhero comic book thingy.
That's exactly right.
It's more like a Scorsese movie that they've put like a slap of, Joker paint on.
Yeah.
That's a good metaphor. Yeah. But it's because like you have to operate in this system of like superhero blockbuster, formulas nowadays, and you can't just do like a Taxi Driver 2 or whatever the hell.
Yeah, but like I mean, Penguin's working. It doesn't feel the most comic booky either.
No, but it's got those grounded. I mean, it's grounded in it's grounded in the real world, but it has those comic book elements that are sort of reinterpreted into that kind of framework, and it's almost more. It's almost more palatable because it's not super comic booky.
Yes.
Because everything we've seen the past like couple years really has been like it feels like when Daredevil came out. That was very realistic, but it also was in that same world.
And then season 2 said, "Hey, how about immortal ninjas? You want that?
You got me there.
You want some immortal ninjas, huh?
You guys like Iron Fists and all that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, I'm glad we did not pull the trigger on Joker.
I'll watch it when it comes out on Max in like 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, I'll watch it then.
When they pull it out of theaters early.
I told Des, I said, we may go to the movies to watch it, just because I like going to the movies.
Sure.
But if it's between that and Wild Robot, I'm going to go watch Wild Robot.
Well, there's like Wild Robot, Transformers.
So yeah, guys, bringing it back to the Penguin, that was our review slash thoughts on the third episode. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you share our opinions? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
Do you
not
share
even on
our
your radar?
penguins?
Ooh, yeah. I like that. No, I'm with it, dog.
That's so
No,
stupid.
do you share our penguins? I like that. Oh, I like that. No, but anyway, great watching it. I put out a poll talking about if you guys wanted us to keep doing this. It's still kind of mixed in my opinion. We'll keep doing it, but it is hard to do this, so
Yeah.
I hate to be that guy, but leave likes, leave comments, share it with your friends.
friends.
Whoa.
We
didn't even plan that. That was not planned.
I think it's tough to do on YouTube because YouTube puts you in a niche.
Yes.
And so we've done Ben 10 for so long. It's like only Ben 10 will do good
Yeah.
sometimes, and then it takes a very special video to break out.
Yeah.
So the last one did pretty good though compared to like
it's got like close to 500 views, which is good for a non-Ben 10 video.
yeah, for us it's good. So we just wanted to break into that kind of market more than just be kind of like tied down to what we're doing. But
our niche, we want it to be superheroes and nerdy content, not just Ben 10. So if you guys like this, make sure to like it, subscribe, share it with your friends, get it out there, and we'll bring it more to you. Because it's not, because we're recording this tonight, I've got to edit it and put it out for the next day kind of thing. So, not to ask for handouts, but if you like it, tell us you like it so we can keep doing it. But other than that, be sure to tune in on Mondays for our Ben 10 content. It's October, Halloween, spooky season, so we've got spooky stuff coming out to you guys. Friday, we'll have a vampire tier list, so be sure to tune in on that. Hopper will be going live on Tuesday. That one will be live on Wednesday. Be sure to check us out at the streams, and we have a Discord. Come check us out there as well. And we will see you guys next time.